This is Clemson, and it deserves nothing less. Clemson Alumni Association. This is what family feels like.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Will Brazington, member of the class of 2000 and the Chief Executive Officer of the Clemson Alumni Association, and it is my honor to welcome you to today's Clemson Ring Ceremony. As you will hear throughout today's ceremony, the Clemson Ring is not only a symbol of personal accomplishment, it is also a call for personal action in service to others and to our alma mater. The Clemson rings that you will receive today come with an awesome responsibility, a responsibility to others, to Clemson, and to yourself. Members of the Pershing Rifles will bring forward the rings for today's ceremony. They will be led by the Clemson Corps, an Alumni Association affinity group whose mission is to keep the tradition alive by supporting our military students and developing opportunities to commemorate the proud military heritage of our great university. Would you please rise as the rings are presented?
You may be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Emily Maxey. I am a veteran, a wife, a mother to a wonderful 3-year-old little boy, a student at the School of Architecture, and a member of the Student Veteran Association. But now, I am just like all of you, a proud Clemson Tiger. We are grateful and honored to have the Clemson Cadets and the Clemson Corps serve as the bearers of the Clemson Ring for the presentation today. As part of today's program, you will learn about the history and the traditions of the Clemson Ring, beginning with the very first graduating class in 1896, when Clemson was first founded as a military college. Cadets became the very first students to wear the Clemson Ring and the first Clemson alumni to showcase to the world the qualities and ideals that the Clemson Ring represents. The cadets here today remind us of that unbroken connection that now spans over 130 years between our university's distinguished military heritage and our beautiful Clemson Ring. Today's program also will focus on the profound question that is the fundamental foundation to the character of Clemson students and alumni. This is carved in stone on our very campus, and it is featured in the Memorial Park near the Scroll of Honor Memorial. The question we will ask you today is, how will you serve? And while the answer is personal and different for each one of us, it is especially significant for all who wear the Clemson Ring. We will challenge you today to begin your own reflection on what is the very important question means to you. As you prepare to leave Clemson and begin to make your unique impact on the world. So I say to you, congratulations as you embark on the next phase of your Clemson journey, carrying with you the profound symbolism and rich tradition encapsulated within the Clemson Ring. A beacon of honor, resilience, and the unwavering commitment to serve, both within your beloved university community and beyond. Again, congratulations, and go Tigers.
My thoughts often wander through these upper South Carolina hills that shelter the university, that forms a common bond for many thousands of people who have studied here, or taught here, or worked here. There's something in these hills that has touched every one of them, something that has rubbed off on them in varying degrees, something that is built within the breasts of all Clemson men and women, an enduring spark akin to an eternal pride. There's something in these hills. It was here when a handful of fledgling faculty members greeted a relatively small band of 446 students more than 100 years ago. That was shortly after convict labor had completed an administration building and clock tower that still dominate these Blue Ridge foothills with a timelessness and serenity that impart inspiration and strength anew each time they are looked upon. There's something in these hills that has endeared itself to an endless procession of administrators, teachers, students, secretaries, and workmen. Hundreds of names pass through my consciousness, names of people who gave selflessly of themselves to build the institution nestled here, and who at one and the same time mined the priceless something the hills contain, and returned to them still more of it. There's something in these hills, and from them we have drawn the power to transcend the stresses and strains that tug away to make things come unglued in these disquieting times. The power to cut through such modern concepts and such modern facts as generation gaps, communication gaps, and ideological gaps. There's something in these hills that has bound together a man of over 90 and a woman under 20. Something that has given them a common ground on which to stand and a start toward bridging and eliminating any gap or any stress or any strain that might try to make unglued whatever they seek for themselves as they move out of these hills into the mountains, the plains, the oceans, the forests, the skies, and the storms of life. There is something in these hills that you and I can't define, and others can't understand. A wave of warmth always surges through me when outsiders say, I don't know what it is about you Clemson people, but your undying love for Clemson is admired by everyone I know. There's something in these hills, and I suspect that's what it is. The ability of an institution through the unending dedication and greatness of its people, its administration, its faculty, its staff, its students, and alumni to impart to all it touches a respect, an admiration, an affection that stands firm in disquieting times, when things around it give impressions of coming unglued. There is something in these hills that brings together and binds together and holds together
men and women of all persuasions,
of all heights, sizes, weights, and cultural backgrounds.
Something that cuts across every difference, spans every gap, penetrates every wall.
Something that makes a man or a woman stand taller, feel better, and say with a high pride to all within earshot,
I
I
went to Clemson.
Good afternoon. My name is Thomas Holstein, and I'm the Vice President of the Clemson Student Alumni Council. It is an honor to be here with each of you today as you participate in one of Clemson's greatest traditions. Placing the Clemson ring on your finger today not only signifies that you are close to graduation, it is a forever reminder of your time, your life, and your experiences while you were on Clemson's campus. It will forever be an introduction to the many alumni you will meet throughout your life after you cross a future stage and receive your Clemson diploma. It will forever connect you to Clemson and to each other. It will forever remind you of the importance of loyalty and service. When we began our Clemson journey a few years ago, our next speaker was in charge of making sure we would get a fantastic education in his role as the university's chief academic officer. Now, as we prepare to receive our Clemson rings, we have the unique opportunity to celebrate with him as the university's interim president. Dr. Bob Jones is a two-time Clemson graduate, earning a bachelor's degree in 1979 in forest management and a master's degree in 1981 in forestry. His doctorate in forest ecology is from Syracuse, but note that even when he went to a school that has orange as his primary color. In 2014, Dr. Jones returned to Clemson to become the university's first executive vice president for academic affairs and provost. After more than a decade of impactful leadership in that role, he was ready to retire. However, the Board of Trustees has something else in mind. They asked him to serve as the interim president during the presidential search that is underway. And being an ever-loyal and faithful alumnus, he agreed. Dr. Jones, thank you for your long-standing commitment to Clemson. Please help me welcome Clemson University Interim President Bob Jones to the stage.
Thank you, Thomas, for that wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Go Tigers. And thank you for all being here on this beautiful day for this ceremony. Will you please help me thank Carly Rivetti and Thomas Holstein for their service as President and Vice President of the Student Alumni Council. I appreciate their leadership in the important work that they do. And thank you to Emily Maxey, U.S. Army veteran and member of the Student Veterans Association. I also want to, thank you. I also want to thank the chairs for the ring ceremony, William Eccles and Reagan O'Shea, along with Student Alumni Council Staff Advisor, Allie Friend. I know they put a lot of hard work in for this event. Will you please help me thank them and the other students who worked to make today so special? I also want to thank Will Brasington, the Chief Executive Officer of the Alumni Association, and Dr. Kimberly Poole, the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Thank you both for your leadership. I would like to now ask anyone in the arena who has served and those who are currently serving in our armed forces to please stand or raise your hand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. I am honored to be here with each of you on this very special day, your ring ceremony. The ring ceremony is an amazing Clemson tradition, and it's always a special day, but it also holds special meaning to me. As you heard earlier, I'm a proud two-time Clemson graduate, and I am honored to wear my Clemson ring today as I present each of you with your Clemson ring. Today is an important milestone in your journey here at Clemson. For many of you, that journey started with freshman convocation or graduate student convocation. And it will continue when you receive your diploma and graduate from one of the best, and in my opinion, the very best university in the country. But what does this day, Ring Day, actually signify? Well, first, it means that you have successfully completed at least 90 credit hours of academic work towards earning your degree for our undergraduate students, or that you have completed at least half of your program for our graduate students. So please pat yourself on the back. That is quite an accomplishment. And students, the majority of your college career is now behind you, and the end is in sight. It means that you have chosen a major, a field of study, and a career path that you will follow. And your future beyond Clemson as an independent, self-sufficient individual is taking shape. Parents, I know that you are really happy about that, and we thank you for your support. Will all of you please help me thank the parents, the family, the friends who are here today for all of their support, their love, and their encouragement. Finally, many of you will leave this ring ceremony absolutely determined to make the best possible use of every minute you still have left at Clemson. I felt that way my senior year here as well. Savor this time. Use it wisely, and make it meaningful. You'll never have a better chance to learn so much from so many different people as you have on this campus. There are people here from all different walks of life. Take advantage and learn from them during your remaining time here at Clemson. Wear your ring with great pride and with the understanding that upon your graduation, you will join a family of more than 196,000 living alumni worldwide, and that number very shortly is going to go over 200,000. This is an opportunity, but it's also a responsibility. You will be an ambassador for Clemson wherever you travel. I'm counting on you to always represent our university values, such as integrity and respect, self-reliance. Your ring will be a conversation starter, and it'll open doors for you. And soon you will be able to add your story to the ring stories that we hear today. It's truly an honor for me to present you with your Clemson ring. Congratulations again, and thank you for inviting me to be part of your journey here at Clemson. And go Tigers!
Thank you, President Jones, for your continued leadership of our alma mater. Our team at the Alumni Association, along with the Student Alumni Council, has been working diligently to make this very special day for all of you who are here. Students, you have already created many wonderful memories at Clemson that you will hold dear for the rest of your life. And today we celebrate a remarkable milestone in your Clemson journey that is unlike any other that you have experienced so far. As President Jones just said, today each of you joins the more than 196,000 living alumni around the world who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. To the parents and the guests of those that we honor today, we thank you for taking the time to experience this special moment with your student. The Clemson Alumni Association is proud to host the ring ceremony as part of our ongoing mission to celebrate and enhance the lifelong connections that define the Clemson experience. We're here to serve and enable all who love Clemson to remain actively involved in the advancement of the university, and we are committed to helping alumni remain ever loyal to Clemson and to elevating and celebrating the many contributions that Clemson alumni make in service to others. Best of all, your Alumni Association unites all who proudly wear the Clemson ring in celebrating our special kinship. Nothing symbolizes the connection we share more beautifully or more powerfully than the Clemson ring. And over time, it has changed a little. However, its tradition has always remained the same. And now, you too are a part of that tradition, and more importantly, its future.
Your ring tells a story of the journey you took to get here, the dreams, the sacrifices, the grit. Your ring tells a story of opportunity, of newly opened doors, your key, a game changer, a career starter, a conduit to success. Your ring tells a story of legacy, the history of those who came before you, those who dared to be extraordinary in their pursuit of excellence. Your ring tells a story of selfless service, of wars fought and battles won, the thousands of bold men and women who risked it all and didn't hesitate to do so. Your ring tells a story of the dreamers and doers, the ones who dare to change the status quo, the students who become professionals, the interns who become experts, the leaders who become heroes. Your ring tells a story of kinship, of an unspoken bond. This is what family feels like. Our alma mater runs deep. This unwavering connectedness survives in a world that can easily divide us. Who shall separate us now? No one. Your ring tells a story of the person wearing it now and the person wearing it 100 years ago. A lifelong network of family. Your ring tells a story of humble beginnings. The first ring formed and cut in 1896. The evolution of this small but mighty silver and gold Taurus. The updates, the upgrades, the tributes, the honor, the eagle of peace, the palmetto, the star, the hope. Dum spiro spero spes. As long as you have breath, you can fight on. Your ring tells a story of Clemson pride, of homegrown glory, unstoppable Tigers, of championships won and victories to come. Your ring tells your story, your journey to get here, your blueprint for success. Your ring is your family, your link to the past, present, and future of Clemson. Your friends, your classmates, your people. It's so much more than a ring. It's your story, a part of who you are. It is your part of our story. Wear it with pride. Tiger pride.
Good afternoon. My name is Carly Rivetti, and I'm president of the Student Alumni Council. It is my pleasure to join you on such a special occasion. As students, we have bonded together as a true family. Today, we will strengthen that bond by joining together in wearing the Clemson ring. Along with graduation, this will be one of the most important moments of your college or graduate career. I hope you will cherish it as much as I will when I receive my ring. In addition to the video we just saw, I want to point out something else that is especially interesting about today's presentation. When you walk across the stage in a few moments, inside the white box you will receive, you'll find a wooden box that contains your ring. The box that holds your ring was made from the wood of trees that once thrived on Clemson's campus. These trees, many of which fell due to old aging root systems, spent many years as the canopy of our campus that we all walked under at one time or another. May this box, as well as your ring, forever bring you fond memories of the special times you experienced at Clemson. For it is truly an uncommon experience to be a Clemson student, and it is truly an uncommon honor to wear the Clemson ring. For one Clemson alumnus, this ring literally saved his life. The late General Ben Scardin was a member of Clemson's class of 1938. Following a distinguished military career, he returned to Clemson as a professor of English. During that second career, Clemson students selected him as the alumni master teacher in 1977. In 2002, he received the Alumni Association's highest award for distinguished service, and in 2020, he received the university's highest public honor, the Clemson Medallion. And shortly before his passing, he received an honorary promotion to the rank of Brigadier General. Today, we are honored to have the opportunity to hear his amazing story and how his Clemson ring literally saved his life.
For years, the Tigers who came before you have heard the story of Colonel Ben Scardin, a Clemson graduate who bravely fought in World War II. He became a prisoner of war, forced to participate in the Bataan Death March after the 3-month Battle of Bataan in April 1942. More than 60,000 American and Filipino troops were made to march through the country while suffering extraordinary physical abuse, and it's estimated that 1/3 of the prisoners died. If not for his Clemson ring, Colonel Scardin would have been one of them. This is his story.
The Bataan Death March occurred at the surrender of the American Filipino forces in April of 1942 on the Bataan Peninsula. And so we soon realized as we made the march that the guards were looking for rings, watches. I took my ring off and I rolled it up in my sleeve, I believe. From then on, I became very, very protective of the ring. Never to pull it out and look at it or anything else, but I knew where it was. I was in very, very bad health in prison camp, and there was no medicine, no way of improving your health. And then when it got to where I was going to have to be put over in what they call the hospital area in the 0 ward, because that's where they took people that couldn't do anything for us, and no one ever returned from there. Henry Otis took care of me. Otis was able to let it be known that he knew of a gold ring was for trade for food. And they mixed up chicken and rice, and they spoon-fed me because I had this, couldn't see very well for one thing. But I responded to that so well, my appetite was restored, and I was whole again, so to speak. Well, I've often thought about my little gold ring, which I'd hidden for so long, and I had no qualms about turning it over to Otis for this exchange because there was nothing else that could be done. But I've always thought about that ring, and when I was married in 1947, my wife, as an engagement present, had my brother, who was a Clemson graduate, replace the ring. And I've had it ever since, naturally. and take great pride and glory in having a ring that fits and one that I'm very, very proud of.
As you receive your ring today, you will go forward to create your own unique story. You too will face your own challenges and triumphs. And while we can't imagine what some of the Tigers before us have endured, know this: these rings will continue to bind us together and make us all stronger, year after year.
Wow, such a powerful story about a great American and Clemson legend. How will you serve? The centerpiece of Memorial Park, the cornerstone of a successful life. The video we just saw referenced General Ben Scardin, who was asked to speak on the topic of service during the May of 2012 dedication ceremony of Memorial Park. His remarks included a guide, perhaps even a challenge, for how each of us should view our relationship with Clemson. Scardin noted that Memorial Park is dedicated to Clemson alumni in all professions, industries, and roles in society who have served to improve the quality of life and to protect our freedoms. And then he added this observation. He said, Clemson University is an extension of the vision of its planners and administrators and the talents and gifts of its graduates and friends. As an English professor, General Scardin chose his words very carefully. Note that he did not say that we are an extension of Clemson. Rather, he said that Clemson is an extension of us. Clemson does not define who we are as individuals, nor the impact that we will have on the world. We define Clemson's impact by how we, as Clemson alumni, use our talents and our gifts to help others and to make the world a better place. Students, we hope that each time you look at the Clemson ring on your finger from this day forward, you will recall General Scardin's message, and that your Clemson ring will become a constant reminder and motivation to use your Clemson education, your Clemson experience, your Clemson spirit to be of service to others wherever you may go in life. Now, it is time to celebrate and recognize each of you as you have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. And whether you are preparing to complete your time at Clemson as an undergraduate student, completing your graduate degree, or simply returning to dear old Clemson as an alumnus or an alumna, on behalf of your Alumni Association and indeed the entire Clemson family, we applaud you for this impressive accomplishment. Guests, we ask that you please hold your celebrations until the end of our ceremony so that every student's name can be heard when called. We are thrilled to have President Jones to present the rings to each student, each participant, and to have Associate Vice President of Student Affairs and our Dean of Students, Kimberly Poole, to congratulate each as they cross the ramp. And now, without further ado, we will begin the presentation of class rings.
Emily Maxey, Darius Gabrenis, Eliza Gilliard, William Gaines, Mattia Galanti, Ashlyn Gallagher, Quinn Gallen, Mackenzie Gallup, Sophia Blythe Cambrell, Catherine Gandy, Kaylin Gannon, Aiden Gant, Ava Garcia, Isaac Garcia, Mallory Garcia, Joseph Gardner, Lydia Gardner, Jonah Garfield, Matthew Garland, Timothy Garner, Hannah Garrett, Ashby Garrick, Madison Garrison, Eliza Garvin, Lillian Gass, Myers Gaston, Tara Galtney, Kylie Gauze, Noelle Gayer, Cameron Geary, Carson Geyer, Wyatt Geithner, Will Jem, Chris Janae, Margaret Germany, Amanda Gettings, Narendra Kate, Charlotte Gibson, Chloe Gibson, Kayla Guyden, Gabriella Giggis, Brenaya Gilbert, Cooper Gilbert, Katie Gill, Margaret Gill, Nicholas Gillenwater, Carly Gillespie, Carter Gillespie, Kaylin Gilliam, Roman Gilliott, Celia Ginsberg, Kelsey Glessner, Bentley Glover, Reagan Glenn, Grace Godfrey, Alexander Mann, Aiken Golightly, Ava Gondis, Danielle Gondis, Cameron Gonzalez, Lauren Gonzalez, Samuel Goodrow, Aaliyah Goodwin, Emery Goodwin, Katie Goodwin, Gracie Gore, Hayden Gosnell, Cameron Goulet, Sydney Gowans, Abigail Graham, Davis Graham, Angel Grant, Anna Grant, Anna Gray, Caroline Gray, Elisha Gray, Finley Gray, Jacob Gray, Olivia Gray, Gigi Graziano, Jakayla Green, Lexi Green, Liam Green, Talitha Green, Eleanor Greer, Lelena Gregory, Marcel Gregory Jr., Newton Greer, Leslie Griffin, Reagan Griggs, Alyssa Grinder, John Gardner Griner, Coleman Groover, Alexis Grossman, Isabella Grossman, Davis Grody, Lauren Grody, Ellison Groves, Alexis Guerreri, Payne Gunkel, Grace Gunter, Riley Guy, Alejandro Guzman, Allison Haybeck, Emily Hawk, Caroline Hagberg, Anna Hagner, Carolina Hagwood, Grayson Haight, Cameron Haley, Mackenzie Haley, Barrett Hall, Jack Hall, Lauren Hall, Kendall Hallman, James Hammond, William Hanley, Ariana Hanna, Mary Hanna, Abigail Hanson, Grace Hanson, Isabella Hanson, Erica Harden, Kara Harden, Sarah Ann Hardy, Rennie Hargett, Rosa Hargrove, Sydney Hargroves, Allie Harless, Ellie Harmon, Kayla Harrell, Milena Harrell, Alexis Harris, Braxton Harris, Jed Hartman, To Love Harvey, Jake Hatchell, Hannah Howder, Alexandra Havikin, Ella Hawkins, Mary Hawkins, Mackenzie Hayes, Jack Haynes, Sawyer Hayes, Audrey Hegedus, Meryl Heinzelman, Ashton Heitman, Abigail Hellmuller, Mallory Helton, Emma Helwig, Elise Hemstreet, Reagan Henderson, Trinity Grace Henderson, Catherine Hens, Kira Hepner, Emily Herbert, Alan Hernandez, Caitlin Hernandez, Oscar Hernandez, Zachary Herninko, Katrina Herrera, Mikel Herrera Gutierrez, Emma Hetrick, Paige Hewitt, Hannah Hayburn, Charlotte Hibbs, Hensley Hickman, Jada Higgins, Lauren Highsmith, Frederick Hill, Jack Hill, James Hill, Johnny Hill, Ryan Hill, Connor Hillsmeyer, Hayes Hilton, Angela Heineman, Ava Hisker, Carly Hitzelberger, Isabella Hodges, Graham Hodson, Lucine Hone, Carlin Holland, Eliana Holland, Ben Hollingsworth, Carson Hollingsworth, Hannah Hollingsworth, Macy Hollingsworth, Rachel Holloway, Anne Marie Holmes, Eliza Holmes, Blakely Holton, Ella Holly, Brianna Hook, Isabella Hooker, Ansley Hooks, Philip Hooks, Joseph Hooper, Hannah Hoover, Kayla Hopkins, Chase Hornbecker, Sarah Ann Horn, Benjamin Horton, Caitlin Horvat, Aiden House, Ladson Howell, Catherine Carly Hudson, Anna Huffstetler, Reed Huffam, Jenna Huggins, Russell Huggins, Emma Hughes, Molly Holtstrand, Grace Humbarger, Jeffrey Hunt. Holden Hunt. Natalie Huntoon. Lillian Hura. Taylor Hurteau. Sylvia Houston. Edgar Hyde. Andrea Yachino. Emily Ibsen. Megan Imker.
Johannes Impeduglia. Riley Indomenico. Quinn Einson. Caitlin Inguajato. Aaliyah Irving Jones. Lucy Isaacs. Charlotte Ivy. Nicholas Ivy. Aiden Jackson. Haley Jackson. Kate Jackson. Samaria Jackson. Sarah Jackson. Alexis Jacobs. Elaine Jacobs. Elizabeth Jacobson. Caitlin Jager. Gavin James. Sadie James. Kirsten Jarvis. Julia Jesmanta. Parker Jebbins. Ford Jenkins. Kate Jenkins. Eva Janess. Riley Jensen. Kate Jernigan. Bella Jeske. Jonathan Jimenez. Luca Jimenez. Nick Jarris. Caroline Johns. Addie Johnson. AJ Johnson. Brooke Johnson. Helen Johnson. Laurel Johnson. Lindsay Johnson. Maddie Johnson. Megan Johnson. Sophia Johnson. Sydney Johnson. Amber Johnstone. Emma Jolly. Annabella Jones. Brooklyn Jones. Cadence Jones. Evan Jones. Garrett Jones. Janiyah Jones. Lydia Jones. Madeline Jones. Mark Jones. Nick Jones. Sarah Jones. Spencer Jones. Farrakhan Jones James. Gavin Joyner. Jenna Joyner. Weston Joyner. Kevin Juarez. Camden Cackley. Megan Kelsch. Melissa Kaminsky. Laurel Kania. Thomas Koenig. Teresa Karadimitros. Ella Karantunis. Christopher Caravan. Adam Karen. Sam Cast. Thomas Kaufman. Riley Kavanaugh. Patrick Keegan. Jackson Keels. Catherine Keller. Hannah Kelly. Reagan Kelly. Porter Kendall. Ryder Kendall. Kate Kennedy. Gannon Kepley. Campbell Kesser. Wilson Key. Reagan Keys. Tyler Kibler. Caitlin Keegan. Grace Kilbane. Ava King. Lacey King. Michael Kirby. Lucia Kirkland. Olivia Kirkland. Emmeline Kirkley. Savannah Kissam. Sarah Kaiser. Gabriella Klein. Lane Klein. Allison Kleppy. Sasha Rafael Kling Hernandez. Joy Miracle Neeland. Brooke Knight. Sierra Knight. Lindsay Knight. Anna Koger. Hogan Kolb. Hunter Kostler. Emily Koster. Mary Kowalczyk. Marina Kraft. Georgia Krozik. Hagen Kraxberger. Melina Kress. Anastasia Kruger. Lauren Kuchera. David Kuhas. John Coolin. Samantha Kuhn. Brenna Kunz. Lily Karak, Bella LaGrassa, Eddie Lacayo, Bridget Lacerda, Grace Lacrosse, Olivia LaForge, Ella Lar, Savannah Lale, Andrew Lama, Isabella Lamastro, Montgomery Lamb, Kenneth Lambert, Victoria LaMendola, Joanna Land, Kevin Landadio, Virginia Lander, Landon Lair, Preston Landreth, Charleston Lane, Benjamin Lanford, Kaylee Langlis, Victoria Langlow, Whit Langstaff, Matthew Langton, Jack Lariah, August Larson, Matthew Lawfer, Olivia Laucott, Georgia Lausch, Nathan Lawhorn, Brandon Lawson, Lexi Leyland, Elliot Leatherberry, Morgan LeBlanc, Colton Ledford, Reagan Lednick, Davis Lee, Gavin Lee, Thomas Lee, Francesca Legrand, Julia Lehrer, Britton Lay, Benton Lenster, Isabel Leipold, Emma Leaston, Tasha Leaston, Caroline Lighthouser, Jason LeMay, Jenna Lemons, Casey Lemrick, Rachel Linger, Gregory Lentini, Benjamin Lentz, Jasmine Leo, Natalia Leonard, Ava Leone,
Mia Leone, Jackson Leopard, Katie Lasinski, Casey Lassane, Joshua Lester, Amber Levengood, Madison Levesque, Nicola Levine, Grayson Lewis, John Lewis, Olivia Lewis, T. Lewis, Mia Lakari, Anna Limbaugh, Ella Limehouse, Aiden Limpick, Corey Lindler, Sean Lindner, Gavin Lindsay, Annie Lineberry, Peyton Lingenfelter, Nathan Lister, Anna Livermore, Jacob Lockhart, Sullivan Lockhart, Haley Lokerson, Chloe Rose Lonergan, Ryan Long, Grant Lanero, Caitlin Lopez, Shelby Lopez, Anaya Loudon, Megan Lawfer, William Lowe, Hayden Lohman, John Lubkin, Avery Lucas, Kate Lucky, Samantha Lugo Torres, Madison Lusky, Mabry Lynch, Shannon Lynch, Vanessa McDonald, Haven Macias, Lucy Mackey, Jack Makowitz, Rose McLean, Neil Mace, Spencer Mahaffey, William Mahaffey, Paige Mackey, Ashlyn Malak, Ginny Milady, Declan Maloney, Kinsey Mangum, Lillian Manlove, Emily Mann, Cole Manning, Eden Manning, Jordan Manning, Lily Mannion, Alexandra Mantikis, Benjamin Maples, Alexandra March, Hadley Martis, Elena Marcados, Owen Marmion, Summer Merrill, Jocelyn Martin, Katrina Martin. Soretta Martin. Clemencia Lizeth Martinez Molina. Alejandra Martinez Marin. Charlotte Martosi. James Martirano. Haley Maslin. Manuel Mata Rivera. Kiara Matriciana. James Matson. Morgan Mater. Bree Maccabee. Blake McAllister. Clara McAteer. Raven Macbeth. Joe McBride. John McCants. Riley K. McClanahan. Anna McClary. Riley McClatchy. Christopher McCrary. Ellen McCutcheon. Jacob McCutcheon. Kelly McDermott. Daniel McDonald. Grace McDonald. Trenton McDonald. Baron McDowell. Chandler McIntyre. Marie Mithalesh. Emily McFadden. Kelsey McFarland. Katie Magaha. Holly McGee. Julia McGoldrick. Megan McGovern. Sinclair McGovern. James McGuire. Peyton McGuire. Amelia McIntyre. Caroline McJunkin. Ava McKee. Ty McKelvey. Molly McKenzie. Nicolata McKenzie. Ben McKinney. Jeffrey McKinney. Nestor McNeely. Madison McLean. Maggie McLeod. William McPhail. Brady McRoberts. Ruby McSherry. Hallie Metters. Leah Metter. Sally Mears. Michael Medina. Maddie McGuire. Owen Maley. Zoe Meal. Sophia Meissen. Ephraim Melendez. Case Melodic. Lacey Mercer. Ava Grace Meredith. Kylie Meredith. Madeline Merhoff. Seth Merritt. Thomas Merslock, Abby Misek, Lena Meyerpeter, Sarah Michaelidis, Benjamin Middleton, Kennedy Michael, Caitlin Millivoy, Allison Miller, Brady Miller, Cameron Miller, Delana Miller, John Miller, Kirsten Miller, Madison Miller, Maria Miller, Mason Miller, Ryan Miller, Trevor Miller, Jack Milligan, Belle Milling, Katie Mills, Ella Mims, Serena Mims, Kaylee Mitchell, Malia Mitchell, Kinsley Mixon, Carly Molina, Catherine Millette, Molly Mondrowski, Maya Monroy, Grace Montgomery, Meredith Montgomery, Catherine Montrose, London Moody, Wilson Moody, Emily Moon, Diana Moore, Heath Moore, Isis Moore, Sarah Moore, Stephanie Mora Garcia, Josue Morales, Minor Moran, Wilhelmina Moorhead, Elsie Marino, Courtney Morgan, Jackson Morgan, Evelyn Morin, Colin Maroney, Maeve Morell, Eva Morris, Holden Morrison, Carly Morrison, Keely Morrissey, Mackenzie Morse, Hayden Morton, Landon Mosley, Eleanor Moses, Billy Ray Moss Jr., Ansley Mossberg, Anna Mossing, Hunter Moyd, Thomas Moyd, Emma Moyer, Charlotte Moylan, Lauren Meckler, Elizabeth Mueller, Hadley Mueller, Jessica Mueller, Katie Mueller, Ethan Muhlenberg, Nora Moldoni, Elena Mulholland, Hannah Mullally, Andrew Mulwey, William Munnerlin, Isabella Murdoch, Colin Murphy, Ellison Murphy, Mackenzie Murphy, Amanda Murray, Ryan Murray, Samantha Murray, Braden Myers, Cameron Myers, Evan Myers, Seth Myers, Wallace Hester Jr., Rashad Crooks, Marguerite Howard,
Well, once again, congratulations to all of our brand new ring wearers. It's now my pleasure to introduce Deb Conklin, the chair of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors, and invite her to close today's ceremony. Deb has a deeply personal and significant connection to the Clemson ring. Last year, through an incredible act of philanthropy, she made possible the Conklin Ring Gallery in our new Neary Family Alumni and Visitor Center. The Ring Gallery is an interactive display that houses our complete historical collection of Clemson rings, tracing all the way back to the inaugural ring of 1896. It also operates as a living guest book of sorts, allowing alumni to commemorate their visit to the Neary Family Alumni and Visitor Center by signing their name alongside their degree and class year. Then earlier this year, Deb became the first One Clemson cornerstone donor by committing significant financial resources that impact our athletics program and the student experience at Clemson. In addition to supporting the James Conklin Scholarship Endowment, named for her father, and the women's lacrosse program, this gift also includes a significant impact to our alumni association, one that will strengthen our Clemson ring tradition by ensuring heightened and sustained support for this Clemson ring ceremony for years to come. Deb, thank you for your generosity and for being such a wonderful example of love for and loyalty to Clemson. Please help me welcome Clemson Alumni Association Chair Deb Conklin.
Well, thank you, Will. It is such an honor to participate with you in the ring ceremony. Students, we hope that you will leave here today understanding that wearing this ring comes with great responsibility. The Clemson family is unique. It is not like anything else in the world. The Clemson ring represents this community. It starts conversations everywhere you go, and it's a reminder that it's about we, not me. After you graduate, we encourage you to be a local voice in your community. We also hope you will be a voice for Clemson and dedicate yourself to servant leadership here on campus and wherever you may go. As you have seen today, the ring is a very special part of who we are. In fact, I'd like to ask all alumni present here today, parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, whoever you are, please stand and let's show how powerful this Clemson family really is. Isn't it just amazing to see how big this Clemson network really is? There are so many traditions surrounding this simple ring. One of the most significant of those traditions has to do with how you wear the ring. From now until you graduate, you should wear the ring so that the C and your class year are facing towards you. This keeps in front of you the goal of becoming a Clemson graduate. It also should serve as motivation to cherish and make the most of absolutely every moment you have left here on campus as a student. Then comes the next part of this tradition. When you graduate, have another alum or family member turn your ring around. Place it on your finger with the C and the class year facing outward. As we saw, there are many people in this room here today who would be proud to do that for you. Having someone special to you do this for you is a reminder of all of those who have helped and supported you in accomplishing your goal of being a graduate from Clemson. Once you've graduated with your ring facing outward, everyone there to see your hand from that moment forward will know that you have graduated from one of the best universities in all of America. We also encourage alumni receiving your rings today to participate in this ring turning tradition. While the ring will serve as your introduction to others, your impact as an engaged and ever-loyal Clemson alum will be determined by the good that you do with your Clemson education. To reinforce that point, the Alumni Association has a special gift for you today. Students and alumni today who receive their rings, as you leave through the ceremony, each of you will receive a challenge coin similar to this. On one side of this coin is the 1889 ring crest, including Alumni Association motto, Ever Loyal. On the other side of this is the Alumni Association's tiger rag and that challenging question that you have heard several times today, how will you serve? Each time you look at this coin, we want you to think about that question. Think about those that came before you, the impact others have had on your Clemson career, and how you can have an even greater impact on future Tigers. Our hope is that you will treasure it and you will keep it somewhere special so you will see it often. May your Clemson ring and your challenge coin constantly inspire you to answer that question in your very own way by using your Clemson education, your Clemson experience to make a positive difference each day in the lives of others in your local community and around the world. May it also inspire you to stay connected to Clemson through all the stages and milestones of your life. Those shiny new rings will forever remind you of the Clemson Alumni Association, and know that it is your lifelong connection to Clemson. As long as you are in touch with the Alumni Association, we will keep you in touch with Clemson. Best wishes from the Alumni Association as you approach graduation and move to the next stage of your career. And my reminder for you today is be proud, be fierce, be ever loyal. Now, if you will please stand and join the Clemson alma mater with us.